mira, bobo. Anda para allá, bobo.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the post-game reaction for Inter Miami's versus Philadelphia Union. First thing I want to say is the fact that this referee was absolutely terrible. He was calling everything against Miami that was under the sun. He called all the little things. I want to get this out of the way now because I know this is going to be a huge talking point in this live stream. But the referee was terrible. Honestly, the fact that he just literally was calling everything that he was calling all the soft fouls. He lost complete control of the game. Everybody was pushing each other, punching each other. They were trying to dive. It was terrible. It was absolutely terrible. Terrible ref. Needs more time, like reffing UPSL or some shit. But Inter Miami have won this game 2-1 against a very shit Philly side. I'm not going to lie to you. From my perspective, I literally just got home like 5-10 minutes ago from the stadium. In my opinion, this Philadelphia team played really, really poor compared to us. Like, Ure, their striker, didn't show up. Barbo, that guy that you guys were talking to me about in the preview, didn't, top goal scorer of the league, didn't show up. Their midfield didn't show up. Defense was atrocious. It was really, really, really bad. I thought literally the best game okay, well, I'm kind of getting ahead of myself, but let's see what you guys have to say. What's up, Soccer Daddy? Saying 6 yellow cards. Fuck the ref. Vamos. Vamos Messi, essentially, with the Argentina flag and the goal. Referee was embarrassing. I think it's holding the league back at this point. The referee was dog shit. I'm not going to spend too much time on it, but literally that's all I'm going to say. The fact that the referee was bad. He made really bad calls, and the majority of them were against Miami. But like what Dada said, the GOAT is back. Lionel Messi returned to MLS action for Inter Miami after what? We haven't seen this guy since the Atlanta game way back when. And he was looking good. And according to Mascherano, he said this. Coach Mascherano says that Lionel Messi will travel to Los Angeles for the Champions Cup match and that he is in good health, hence why he played today. So Messi played today. I wasn't expecting him to play today. I think the majority of us weren't expecting him to play today. It was very circumstantial. If we were up 2-0, then we were probably going to save Messi. Or maybe he would have played very, very little minutes. But Messi came on in the 55th minute. He was looking good. Man was looking like he was 27 years old. Like he literally had, Messi played like he never had an injury in his life, which is it's crazy to me. So it's really awesome and it's really cool and it's interesting to see how just a couple of days of rest, a week rest, really does to your body. Messi got all of that rest, all of that recovery, the one-on-one with the trainers and the physios and whatever, and the specialists. And now he literally came back like nothing was hurting at all. So I'm glad to see Messi back. I'm glad that he's not only back, 4 minutes of him playing, 4 minutes in after he got subbed on, he scored. And it was a fantastic goal. And I'm gonna try to pull it up on Twitter now. But it was a fantastic goal. And it reminded me of the goal that he scored. I don't know if you guys are gonna know this goal, but it reminded me of the goal that he scored against Bayern Munich in the Champions League against Boateng when he completely broke Boateng's ankles. This is what that reminded me of. I'm gonna put this in full. Okay, I guess I can't. Hold on. I'm putting this in full screen so you guys can see this.
Lucho, Leo, picó y sonó su apellido, picó, toca para Lucho, al arco, Lucho, no, a Leo, ¿qué arco?
Viste, boom, tac, viste, pero, okay, in real life, it looked a little bit more dramatic. But in the Champions League, you guys know what I'm talking about. He had the ball here. He did the pump fake left. He went right like this, and then Boateng fell on the floor. There was obviously the defender wasn't running backwards, so he didn't fall. Golazo, muchacho, golazo. What's up, Casado? What's up, Circus Fun? Yeah, so I'm very glad to see Messi back on the pitch. I'm glad to hear that he is in good health and that we're going to be expecting him in the Los Angeles game this coming, what is it, Wednesday. Let's talk about the game. Okay, now let's talk about the game. Let's talk about Miami. Let's talk about how our players played, how we played. Let's talk about the starting 11. Bang. This is the starting 11. Ustari, Ian Frey, Aviles Falcon, and Jordi Alba in the back line. Sergio Busquets and Redondo as the double pivot with Taylor, Cremashi, Fafabico, and Luis Suarez in the attack, in the attacking midfield positions. So a slight rotated team, right? Obviously, with Fafa, with Taylor's, I thought maybe shocked some people, maybe not, but I guess because Tadeo Ashende wasn't gonna play. I don't know. Doesn't matter. But I guess a lot of people, I thought Telasco Segovia is gonna start. He got some rest. He came on later in the second half, but Taylor played. Kremashi playing as a 10. Which was very interesting to see. I'm pretty sure this is the first time, if not the first time in a long time, that we've seen Cremashi play as a 10, and then obviously Suarez up top. Redondo, who should I start with? Who do you guys want to start with? Let's start with the defense. We'll go from the defense. We'll come all the way up. So Frey played so well today. I thought Frey played good. There was some moments where he bit too high up, where like he would overcommit. I think this was in the first half. He would overcommit in certain areas in the first half, in certain moments in the first half, where like him and Busi would like go after the same guy, and then like this area right here would be wide open. Philadelphia were very, very heavy attacking on the left flank in the first half. Very, very attacking heavy in this corner. I guess like they just kind of were scared, in my opinion, to face Jordi Alba and Maxi Falcon on this side. They were mainly over here. It caused Frey to make a couple of mistakes, but honestly, not that many to like have a bad game. He had a very, very solid game. Same thing with Aviles, surprisingly. So Aviles had a very disciplined game. No yellow cards. Obviously, he didn't get sent off. A very, very disciplined game from El Toto Aviles. I'm very, very proud of him. Ustari, I just saw a comment. Why did Ustari come off? Ustari came off because of an injury that he suffered in the first half. There was like, from my angle, I sit in the away section. So in the first half, they were shooting. No, Miami were shooting in our direction in the first half. So for Philly, they were shooting in the other side. There was like this moment on that other side where something happened with Ustadi. I think a shot came too quick or somebody pushed him or whatever, and then he got injured. This is what Messi and co. Tweeted out. Gian and Ashley are part of the media over there. They were asking Mascherano questions after the game of the press conference, which we'll get to in a second. But it says here, Javier Mascherano says that Oscar Ustari came out because of a calf muscle discomfort, and he was cramping in that second half as well. We did see it. Well, I saw it in the second half, mostly because the trainer, I don't think the TV showed this, but there was at some point where Inter Miami's trainer ran all the way around to give Ustari something to drink, something to eat, and asked him about how his leg was doing. Obviously, I don't know what they said, but it looked like he was going to be fine. Obviously, he wasn't fine after that, and he came off. So this is something we're going to talk about more in the preview about Ustadi sitting out for this LAFC game, Drake possibly stepping in, Rocco possibly stepping in. That's something we're going to save for the preview for the LAFC game. So for the Champions Cup. Without Frey and Ustadi, we basically lost the game. The ref bro 6 yellow cards. Ustadi injury is a big blow. It was clearly load management because of CCC. Ustadi was the MVP. Let's talk more about Ustadi, and let's talk about more about Ian Frey, because literally without Frey and Ustadi, we would have deadass lost the game. 1000%, because Ustadi made clutch saves, and also the fact that Philly don't know how to shoot, man. Philly were so bad at finishing, and that's why I said that they were really poor today. They had a lot of opportunities. I want to see how many specifically. They had 6 shots on target, man. They had 19 shots in total. They were attacking, but our defense was solid. Ian Frey was solid. They cleared off the line like 2 or 3 times. Ustadi made huge saves, but they also had a lot of shots that went wide and that were just absolutely horrible opportunities. So if it wasn't for these two, we would have lost. I'm not gonna lie to you. We would have definitely lost. Who was scared when Drake came in? I was actually kind of hyped seeing Drake. Drake looked very happy to be out there on the field, but no, I'm very happy with Ustari's performance. Very happy with Frey's performance. Solid performance from Avilés. Falcon honestly could have got sent off. He's lucky that he didn't. Jordi Alba was giving the referee a mouthful for this game, but he did really well. Also, let's move on to you have to add that Falcon. You have to add Falcon in that his positioning defensively across the line saved the first goal. So Falcon plays a very good anchor. He plays a very good stopper, and I'd much rather. I like the fact that Falcon sits back while everybody else goes up. Avilés was playing that role earlier, and it just wasn't suiting him. Falcon's positioning, Falcon's confidence, his tackling, honestly, is just his presence is very well known on that field in this defense, and it shows. It really shows. It showed in this game, but it just shows in every time that he plays. So he's like, nah, bro. Seeing Drake come off, and I had to cover my eyes every time they were on the attack. That's funny, but no, it's incredible to look at this defense and see how much this defense has evolved from last year, from years prior. This is the best ever defense that this team has had in their history, with Ian Frey, with Avilés, with Noah Allen, with Maxi Falcon, with Jordi Alba, the absolute best. The midfield with Redondo and Busi. Obviously, Busi had a great game. Redondo had an okay game. There's a lot of moments where Redondo would lose possession of the ball, but there's certain moments where he did good. Anytime that he did his job, he did an okay job, in my opinion, right? That's honestly the most I could say about him. He doesn't really stand out in this midfield. When he does have a good performance, you don't really notice it. So he just had an okay performance. For the attack, is Redondo ever going to improve? Yeah, I don't know. It's always like an okay performance, a mid performance. When Bright came off the bench, he also had an okay performance. I mean, it was better, honestly, for me, in my opinion, Bright coming on, but I always just prefer Bright over Redondo any day. But Falcon has single-handedly saved the multiple goals than Avilés in his entire Inter Miami career. I absolutely agree. I don't trust Drake. Defense becomes mentally much more weaker. I mean, that wasn't the case today, but Drake also came on with 10 minutes left in the game. So he did his job, and you can end it there. Absolutely. Taylor, Kremashi, Fafa Pico in the attacking midfield. I thought Taylor had a great game, man. And I was very disappointed. Disappointed is kind of a harsh word. I was very upset. I was very upset that he came off because he had a really good game. He was looking good. He was running. He was making those passes with Busi, with Kremashi, with Suarez. He was doing really well. And he obviously scored. So it was really nice link-up play as well. I'm going to see if I can pull up that goal as well. It was a very nice goal for Robert Taylor. Link-up play. I think it was linked up with Benja, and I think Fafa was involved in that as well. I'm going to see. Yes. Right here. Let me share this with you guys. Bang. First, this is Sergio Busquets giving this ball in to Jordi Alba. He gave it to... Look, at this point, any other player at this point would have shot the ball. Any player on planet Earth would have shot this ball in this situation. But Benja Kremashi has the mindset, the mentality, the discipline, the smarts to pass right here. I'm right here, by the way. I'm this guy in the blue shirt. That's me. I'm very happy. I'm very proud of Kremashi with this decision making, because literally anybody else would have blasted this near post. Taylor was there. Great touch. This could have easily went fucking literally anywhere you could have possibly imagined. but he was able to put it in the back of the net. I'm celebrating. The whole stadium celebrating. It was a really, really well put together goal. And it started from Sergio Busquets passing to Jordi Alba. Jordi Alba's precision passing to Kremashi. He was all by himself. And you know, Taylor with the finish. I would like to see Redondo with Bright. I think Redondo's skill sets overlaps with Busquets. I don't think Redondo and Bright is kind of not the same thing, but Redondo just doesn't stand out at all. Like even if it is with Bright, like with Bushi and Bright stands out like when he plays. Like he does a very, very good job when he's paired with Bushi. But Redondo just doesn't ever have that moment. So Drake has to prove himself, otherwise he will slip off. Messi says the man of the match, amazing. Suarez. Okay, we're gonna talk about this Sunshine. Don't worry about it. Was hoping for Taylor and Messi link up that first season. We saw how well it worked. I thought Philly was not that dangerous. Philly were shit today. Even they had a lot of opportunities going forward, but I thought they could have been a lot more clinical in front of net. If Philly were more clinical in front of net, they would have won the game like 4-2 or 4-3 or whatever. Like they could have scored like 4 or 5 goals. But we did very well defensively. We locked them down on the defense with Ustari, with Ian Frey, with Maxi Falcon. We did very, very well defensively, muchachos. I was waiting for this new striker because if Suarez can't finish, who will? Messi can't create chances and score at the same time. Messi can do whatever the fuck he wants. I do want to talk about Suarez though, because we just finished talking about the attacking mids. Oh no, Fafa did well. He was all over the pitch. Honestly, before I get into Suarez, the plan here from Mascherano was to get the ball to Fafa, to Robert Taylor, because it was clear as day that Robert Taylor and Fafa Pico were quick as shit, and even Kremashi. But to Fafa Pico, give the ball to Jordi Alba, give the ball to Robert Taylor, and just run down those wings. And we were doing it well because Suarez, like, I love Suarez to death, but obviously this man can't run to save his life. But giving the ball to Fafa, like Fafa was a fucking beast down that left wing. He ran a lot. He was quick. He was very, very quick. Robert Taylor was very quick. Jordi Alba very quick. And when we got down those flanks, we were able to deliver the ball into the box, into dangerous areas, and create opportunities. And whether we score from them or not, is besides the point. We ended up getting those opportunities, and that's what the whole game plan was until Taylor came off, until Fafa came off, and then Gremashi came off, and all that. I thought honestly, this might be a hot take, but I thought this was Suarez's worst game for Miami so far. I don't know if that's a hot take. I don't know what you guys think about that. In my opinion, this was Suarez's worst game for Miami so far. Because even though he did get an assist, he assisted, I think it was Messi's goal. Yeah, because Kremashi assisted Taylor's goal. So Suarez assisted Messi's goal, yes. But I thought that there were so many opportunities that Suarez could have put away, and he easily could have got a hat trick this game. And that's on me. That's just me. I don't know what like I said, I don't know what anybody else thinks. I genuinely believe he could. I think he had 2 or 3 shots, and they all could have been goal. I don't know. Let's see. What was with Suarez choking at the end, Lo? It was so easy. He was confused. It was just fatigue, probably. I mean, in the first half too, every time he would get the ball, he would try to put a pass, he would lose the ball. It would just look very sloppy. He choked a couple of times, right? Suarez choked the goal. He looked sloppy at certain times, but then when it clicks, when you see them click, it clicks, it works. But then when you don't see it happen, it's damn, you just don't see it. You know what I'm trying, you know what I'm trying to say? So, but no, I still think this was Suarez's worst game. I really was looking forward to see Leo Afonso off the bench. I really thought Suarez was going to come off at some point. I'm very surprised that he didn't. I just shook my entire desk. Sorry about that. But yeah, no, I would have loved to see Leo Afonso come off the bench. I thought it would have been just nice to see. What else? Suarez just got just got off a long break. Give him a few games. No, it's not even that. Like it's just not that. I just would have. I mean, I guess. I mean, like I forget. Like we were on a break for like a whole week or so, like a week and a half. So I guess like it's only right that he plays a full 90 because now he's going to play against LAFC. I don't know. I would have loved to see him. I keep saying I would have loved. I would have preferred maybe to see him come off maybe at the last 10 minutes of the game around the 85th, 80th minute. Because the fucking referee ended up adding 9 minutes of extra time anyway. And then, yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think. Ray, what does it say? I have to hold your hand for this one, but he got icon off. What was with Sora choking at the end? Yeah, no, you're right though. He did get icon of the match. Hold on, he literally got icon of the match, so he got man of the match. And so that's why I say like this is confused. Like this is why it's a hot take because Suarez was given man of the match, and I'm literally saying that this was his worst performance for Inter Miami. So like that says something. Like he got an assist. He was passing and he was running a lot, but I felt like maybe it was the fact that he was just missing certain shots that he could have put away. Is the fact that maybe I said this was his worst performance. But I mean, hey, at the end of the day, props to him. He got icon of the match. So let's see what else. Let's see. This is what the MLS Communications Twitter account posted with this 2-1 victory over Philadelphia Union. Inter Miami 4-0-1, still undefeated by the way in the MLS and in all competitions. Extended its season opening unbeaten streak to a club record 5 matches to start the 2025 season. So this is a new record for us. A 5-game winning streak for the opening season. Or a 5-game unbeaten streak. Excuse me, I should correct myself. A 5-game unbeaten streak for the opening season. Club record. And it's well-deserved because we're on fire. We're playing very, very, very good football. Very dominant. I thought, in my opinion, we were very dominant overall throughout the entire game. Philly had a lot of chances, yes. But that was because it wasn't because they were in control. There would be moments where we'd lose possession in the midfield. Philly would probably go on a counter, and then they would have like back-to-back opportunities, like bam, bam, like boom, save, and then another shot, boom, save, and then cleared away, and then another cross, boom, saved, or like wide. Like you know what I'm trying to say. So that's why they had a lot of opportunities, not because they were kind of in control, but because they just had a lot of back-to-back opportunities like that here. I'm trying to Ashley from Messi and Co. at 5 Reasons Sports asked this question to Mascherano, and I want to show it to you guys. Let's do it like this. Let's check this. Okay, that's a really bad angle. Let's do this.
Hi, Coach. Ashley from 5 Reasons. Today, it seems like we got to see the full Fafa Picot kind of journey, and he was instrumental in that second goal. Came back a lot on defense. Is this what you were hoping to see with the off-season acquisition, and how much do you think he's going to continue to be a part of that first team and those goals?
We know how important he is in this league. When you show the statistics, in the last 4 years, he scored more than 10 goals for season, and he has 5-6 assists. So he's involved normally in 15-16 goals every single season. So for this league, this kind of number are very important. So it's important for us that he can keep the level. He was injured, so it was difficult for him to be out for 3-4 weeks. But little by little, he is feeling good. Today, almost complete the game. So it's important for him and it's important for us because we know that during the season he will be a very, very important player.
Yeah. So that was a very good question and a very good answer from Mascherano. Like Fafa had a really good game, and like he said, like he's expected to be involved in a lot of goals each season. And the fact that he has, what did he say, like 5 goals or something, 6 assists or something like that. He has right now, well, he has 1 goal in the MLS. I'm trying to see like what his overall stats are. But wait, no, he doesn't have 6 assists. Why is he saying that he has 6 assists? Maybe that's what he had last year. I don't know. Doesn't matter. He says that he can be involved in a lot of goals. And so far, Fafa has been involved. He's been running. He's been doing very, very well. So, yes, like we're playing very, very good. Some asking what happened to Ashende. He got injured in the Atlanta game. They believe it's because of the turf. You see, Inter Miami have their own man of the match. I would have given, honestly, if you would have asked me, I would have given the man of the match to, I mean, it would have had to have been a defender. It would have been like Ustadi or like something like that. I would have given it to like Ustadi. I would have given it to Busi. Busi had he had a great game. Like Busi, I want to see if I can pull up stats for Busi, because Busi there in person, maybe like on TV, like it doesn't show it as much. But Busi, right, like seeing him in person tonight was like literally seeing prime Busi play at Barca. Like the passing, the recoveries, the tackles, like his one-on-one duels, like it's just for somebody his age. I think he's like 34, 35, 36 years old. Like that's not supposed to be happening. And this man is skinny, bro. Like Busi is a skinny motherfucker. He's not supposed to be doing this. So honestly, I probably would give my man of the match to Busi. If it's not, it's either Busi, Ustadi. Like my top 3 would be Busi, Ustadi, and maybe Jordi or Messi or something. Like, because I feel like you got to put Messi in there, or Frey. Yeah, Frey. Fafa has been on a tear. I wonder if he overtakes De Las Ashende in the wing. Either way, this is a good problem to have. Yeah, literally the only reason why Fafa wasn't playing before was because he was out for like 2 or 3 weeks because of the injury that he suffered against NYCFC. So he was literally gone for like that entire stretch where we had like 10 games, like in fucking 2 weeks. Oh, it was last year. Okay, yeah. He had 6 last season. Okay, I was going to say, I'm like, there's no way I'm like, he literally just came back. I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah, Ustadi was man of the match. Thomas says, Joe Racco says, Frey, Messi, Ustadi, Bushi, Alba, all good. Lucas says Alba. Yeah. So like you got, look here, look, shout out to Alex, bro. Look at Alex. Shout out to Alex Winley. Look at this. Look at this. She put out stats for Bushi and a whole freaking heat map. Probably not talked about enough, but great game from Busquets tonight. Turned back the clock a little bit. 11 duels won. 11 passes into the final third. 11 recoveries. 71% long ball accuracy. 2 interceptions. 77% ground duels won. And this was his heat map. He was literally all over the midfield. I don't know what app she's using, but I need to start using this app, because whatever this is, it's obviously very, very good. I'm going to ask her, actually, what application do you use? I'm going to put in the beginning, Busi is my man of the match. Man of the match. But yeah, no, absolutely. Absolute tear. But anyways, I feel like, am I missing something, chat? I don't think I am. We talked about defense. We talked about Ustadi. We talked about Messi. We talked about Suarez. We talked about our wings, our game plan. We talked about how Philly was shit and how honestly they could have scored 4 if they were very clinical, but they weren't. Oh, you know what the difference was, in my opinion, for Philly? Let me tell you this. You know what the difference was for Philly, in my opinion? I thought the difference was their actual starters. So if Vasilev would have started and if Damiani would have started, I think they would have won the game. Genuinely speaking, because when Damiani got subbed on, he changed the pace of the game. He was fresh off the bench. He was looking quick. He was looking like he was looking like he was ready to score. I'm glad that he didn't. We were able to lock him down, but I think if he had a full 90 or even like 70 minutes, 80 minutes of play, I think he would have scored. Vasilev, shout out to Vasilev, ex-Miami player. If Vasilev in the midfield, if he had more time, I think he would have brought like something different to this Philly midfield. I think he would have brought more attacking, like offensive, like gunpowder, like more ammunition. Because I just didn't think, I thought in the midfield, we won the midfield battle, which is something that we never say. Inter Miami won the midfield battle in this game, and that's because Philly's midfield was really bad. Like, apparently, I mean, according to FootMob's like rating, Lukic was very, very bad. I honestly didn't even notice their midfielders, to be honest. Like, every time we went through the midfield, like, we just went through. Like, we just completely went through. There were very few moments where we would lose possession in the midfield and then get the ball turned over where it would cause for like for an opportunity or something on their end. That sofa score, crazy, bro. Man's the freaking analyst guru. All right, yo, I'm probably gonna start using that. Here, yeah, look. It looks kind of wonky. Actually, no, this kind of looks clean, to be honest. And the ratings are different, I think. The ratings are a little bit different. Is Ben Krem going to start in the LAFC game? Hopefully not. Probably not. Yeah, probably not. In my opinion, well, we're going to save it, right? We're going to save it for the preview, but it's probably going to be like Fafa and Taylor again. But we're going to save that for the preview, and we're going to see... I'm gonna talk about the game tomorrow with Gian and Ashley in the 5 Reasons Football channel for the Messi and Co podcast. SofaScore shows everything, not like FootMob. I'm gonna start using. Shout out to EJ, shout out to Luca. We're gonna start using SofaScore more for this type of stuff. Screw FootMob. So yeah. FootMob, you score and do shit all game, and you still rated good. I mean, like, I don't look at the FootMob and stuff for the ratings. I just look at it more as like a visual for you guys, like to just show the formation, show the players, etc., maybe, and get some stats. I don't trust the ratings at all. Like, even for SofaScore, I don't trust the rating. Like, I don't go by those ratings. I go from what I saw on the field today, and that's what I go with. We are not a whole real start. We are not a whole real startup. Segovia, Shinde, Messi, Bryce subbed in. We can definitely beat them. But I mean, obviously, look, they were all subbed in because they needed minutes, right? We had a big rest. We had to rotate for today's game so we can have our players fully fit for the LAFC game. But we needed them to get some minutes. So Bright came on, Telasco came on, Messi came on. These are players that are going to be starting against LAFC. Don't think Taylor's going to be starting against the LAFC, but I don't know. We're going to see. Shinde available? If yes, he should start. We don't know. We don't know that yet. He is injured. He suffered that injury. It's a slight minor knock. We're hoping that he's going to be available for the LAFC game, but we don't want to rush it. And but we're going to see. I will update you guys once that info does come out. I'll keep you guys updated on the YouTube community tab, or if we go live and we talk about it, we'll talk about it then. But anyways, guys, I think I went over everything that I had to go over. If there's anything I missed, we're probably going to talk about it at the Messi and Co channel, the 5 Reasons Football channel. So I highly recommend you go check them out. I don't think we're going to go live. I think we're just going to post an episode, but just look it out for it, because anything we don't talk about today, we're going to talk about tomorrow. Rocco or Jake for the next game. We'll talk about it. We'll save that for the preview. Gustavo, but I like the enthusiasm. But guys, thank you so much for tuning in to this live stream, to this post-game reaction. Inter Miami beat a very bad Philly side 2-1. We were just overall dominant, very, very dominant against this Philly team who honestly could have put 4 past us. But we were defensively solid. The midfield, we won the midfield battle. And attacking-wise, we were always very, very threatening. Huge shout-out to Mascherano for his game management, for his adaptation and, subbing players in, taking players out during the game. Absolute W of a manager. 10 out of 10, Mascherano. Thank you guys for watching again. We'll see you guys in the next live stream. Have a great rest of your weekend. And I'm going to go eat some dinner. It's 11 o'clock and I haven't eaten anything. So I'm going to go to that. another win for Miami, and hopefully we can get the win against LAFC on Wednesday. I'll see you guys in the preview for that. Vamos Miami.
¿Qué mira, bobo? Anda para allá, bobo.